quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Packers going up against the 49ers.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down following the run. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Stafford. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing is Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Second down, 9 yards to go. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step. Side here in this first quarter. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. slot man moves right. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. Here to his running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Play action. Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal here from the 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeForest Buckner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move this.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. After the interception, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they will hand things over to their backup quarterback. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Ty Montgomery, former star at nearby Stanford. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
I got two.
To throw again, Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
And coughed it up, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they don't get a touchdown here in this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? You know, they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They run a draw here on second down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on second down is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Stafford on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Wide open receiver complete. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Stafford looks to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This one fielded at the 5. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And he motions the wide receiver. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his third pick of the game. Instead, it's third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. No. Check. Patriot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So
now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They run the counter now on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Here we go. 1, 9.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch, All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Now Stafford. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
On the punt there. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers Niners have won it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Niners, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.